Hello everyone, I'm Loressa Joy D. Paguta and welcome to another lesson still under Module 3 of this course. In this lesson, we shall talk about time management. In the previous session, we talked about study skills. If you can recall, part of being a self-regulated learner is monitoring and managing our behaviors in relation to learning. Aside from adopting effective study habits, one crucial skill that we need to learn as students is effective time management. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to first understand the concept of time management, second, evaluate how one makes use of one's time, and third, identify strategies to better manage one's time. Before we begin, I'd like you to ponder on this question. How do you spend your 24 hours? Take a few minutes to ponder on how you spend your day. Think about all the different activities, classes, studying, sleeping, fitness, work, family, personal care, eating, transportation, relaxation or hobbies, entertainment, socializing, and other things you devote your time to. You may create a list of these activities with the corresponding minutes or hours you spend in each activity. So how do you spend your 24 hours? Does it look something like this? We only have 24 hours a day, and there are times that these may not be enough for all the things we need to do. Especially for you students, making effective use of your time is very important to make sure that you do not miss any important task. So what is time management? Time management is working smart to enhance productivity. It is the process of organizing and planning how to divide one's time between specific activities. Time management has also widened to encompass our personal as well as our working lives. Good time management improves our work-life balance and therefore supposedly is responsible for our general happiness too. Failing to manage one's time damages our self-effectiveness and can cause stress. Time management is often presented as a set of skills. The theory is that once we master the skills, we'll be more organized, efficient, and happier. Time management is an essential skill that helps in keeping work under control and keeping stress to a minimum. As students, managing our time can really be a challenge. But we can take note of these time management strategies. 1. Keeping a calendar or agenda. It can be really easy to lose track of dates, times, and places to meet people if you never write them down. If you have a well-kept agenda or a calendar, there is no need to try and remember, as you can just look it up and leave the guesswork out of it. The best part is you do not need a fancy or expensive agenda. It can be as simple as a wall calendar or even a free online calendar app on your phone. Next, do the important things first. Tackling the most important thing in your day first can make getting the smaller things complete so much easier. Little things such as sending emails or sending messages can be done at the end of the day. If you leave your biggest goal for last, such as studying for an exam, then you will feel overwhelmed, stressed out, and anxious. Plus, working on something important and time-consuming at the very end of the day can impact other things, such as the time spent sleeping that night. Third, allow time to relax. Make sure to give yourself some downtime to relax and reflect. Sometimes it's easy to lose sight of what you're doing and its significance. Having an overworked, cluttered, and disorganized mind can make you more unproductive in the long run. So from time to time, take a breath, go for a quick run, or spend some time just thinking so that you can come back to your activity or assignment with a clearer and more focused mindset. Next, set out specific time for tasks. Setting a time to study or work on a hobby can be extremely effective for achieving better time management. Going with the flow and doing things when they are most appealing can be a bad habit to fall into. For example, if you plan to study at 2 p.m. until 5 p.m., then study at 2 until 5. This time constraint will help you focus and make you more productive. Once you're done, then you can take time to do as you please. Here are also some tips to improve time management. First, begin assignments early. As students, it is important to begin assignments early. We may have the tendency to procrastinate, but it is better to do tasks as soon as possible. This can give us more time to work on the task and give quality results. Breaking large tasks into smaller chunks. Breaking large tasks into smaller chunks is also helpful. At times, we may feel overwhelmed to do big tasks, so it would be helpful to break them down into smaller ones. Accomplishing smaller tasks can also help us feel a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction, which in turn will make us feel more motivated to proceed with the next task. Avoid multitasking. For sure, we have multitasked at some point in our lives, but this is a practice that we should avoid. Multitasking actually reduces your efficiency and performance because your brain can only focus on one thing at a time. When you try to do two things at once, your brain may lack the capacity to perform both tasks successfully. Minimizing distractions. Distractions can cause stress and anxiety, especially when you are working against a deadline or have a lot of work to do. Reducing distractions is a critical skill, especially in today's world, where we are constantly bombarded with notifications, alerts, and other distractions that can hinder our productivity and focus. Some techniques include removing unnecessary items from your study space that are needed for studying, using noise-canceling headphones, or listening to white noise to reduce auditory distractions, or try using earplugs. Removing electronic distractions and turning your phones on silent and putting it where you cannot see the screen may also be helpful. Here are some time management tips for school students. First is goal setting. Students who set exciting goals invest their time in ways that lead to achieving these goals. Setting time limits. Allocate specific times to tasks and then stick to those times. When time runs out, move on to the next task. Reducing distractions, as mentioned earlier, having a clock nearby. Rewarding achievement. When students achieve goals, it's important that they are rewarded for their efforts in managing their time effectively. And master your schedule, blocking out chunks of your time for study and assignments in addition to extracurricular activities and work commitments. Now, getting something done on time and ticking it off your to-do list can be extremely satisfying. However, it can be sometimes hard to get things done if you're having trouble managing your time or feeling overwhelmed by the amount of work you have to do. In that case, it may be helpful to use the different time management techniques to help you get started and manage your time more efficiently. The Pomodoro technique is a time management method in which you do focused work during 25-minute intervals, known as Pomodoros, and take a 5-minute break. This technique helps you get organized by breaking tasks down into smaller, more manageable chunks that you can tackle one at a time. If you tend to procrastinate or get easily distracted, Then the Pomodoro technique can help you manage your time better by making you accountable to yourself. So why is time management important? Good time management allows students to complete tasks efficiently, focusing on the important and reducing distractions. It allows students to feel a sense of achievement from fulfilling their goals, create time for personal activities and hobbies, and develop a valuable skill for future employment. Effective time management allows students to complete more in less time because their attention is focused and they're not wasting time on distractions such as social media. Efficient use of time also reduces stress as students tick off items from their to-do list. It can provide a sense of achievement from fulfilling goals. For example, they might plan to complete an assignment by Friday so they can see friends on the weekend. Furthermore, by using time efficiently, students can complete their work on time, stay engaged with their learning, and have more time free for pursuing activities that are important to them, such as sports, hobbies, youth groups, and spending time with friends and family. Good time management allows students to make the most of their abilities and enjoy the satisfaction of accomplishment. It is also one of the most desirable skills for employment. Remember, time is a finite resource. Balancing responsibilities at your home and school and other organizations that you belong to is not easy. No matter what, you are always left with the same 24 hours in a day to check items off to-do lists, spend time with family and friends, and unwind. So by planning ahead and using your time wisely, you'll be able to accomplish more and enjoy added free time. So that ends this lesson. I hope that you can now learn to better make use of your time. Thank you for listening and see you in the next one.